We welcome the first day of the week with exciting basketball action brought to us by the Manuel L. Quezon Athletic Association Intercollegiate Basketball League with our doubleheader for today live from Hope Spirit Basketball Court. I am Coach Chris King de la Cruz. Kasama ko ngayon si Sheska Bote, naghahatid ng aksyon sa inyo ng mga laro ng Mqaa ngayong araw na ito. First game po natin, Adamson University Soaring Falcons laban sa VMC Phoenix, and later on St. Clair will battle the University of Batangas Brahmans. At pag-usapan po natin ang una nating laro, Adamson against VMC, two teams fighting for pride to finish their season with a bang here at the Mqaa-Icbl. Unahin natin ng Adamson Soaring Falcons. They lost against the CEU Scorpions of Malolos last August 2, 80-72. And really, that game was winnable, but more or less, some breaks of the game really affected the chances of the Soaring Falcons last Saturday. And Cheska, anong napag-usapan ninyo ni Coach Will Magbuhos?
It's a battle between both teams that are definitely hungry to win this game. And kanina sabi ni Coach Will, na-injure daw yung player nila, which is Abayon, in their previous game. Therefore, he won't be able to play in this game. So tingnan natin if may changes sa performance nila ngayong game. And sabi pa ni Coach Will, it's really all about the players' development and the experience. Lalo na't halos lahat ng students and ng players niya ay mga first-year students. And kailangan talagang mahasa palalo ang players.
Alright, tingnan natin kung paano makaka-apekto ang pagkawala ni J.R. Abayon, one of the backbones of this Adamson squad, and paano magre-respond yung kanyang mga teammates sa pagkakataong ito. At tingnan naman natin ang Villagers Montessori College. They lost to CEU last July 30, 106-68, and that was really a no contest. Kung makikita natin, CEU really dominated the paint. It was practically a giveaway for VMC. At ano naman na pag-usapan ninyo ng mga coaches ng VMC kanina?
Before the tip-off, wala pa si Coach Kenneth Mananlili. Therefore, si Coach Louie Manaban, ang team manager muna ng VMC ang nakausap ko. And he said that it's really the time for their team to prove themselves. And talagang mukhang magandang laban na ipapakita nila ngayong game. And Coach Louie also said na it's also about the players' development and experience. And hopefully, if there will be a next season in Mqaa, they're still looking forward on joining once again and coming back stronger.
This game will be a matter of pride, a matter of finishing this season strong. VMC against Adamson. Let's now turn it over to John Hapos, our brand new announcer, for the starting lineup.
Presented to you by Risk of Death, Minnesota Republic, and Congressman Arjo. Let's now meet the starting five of the two teams that will play for the first game of the doubleheader. Let's start with your Adamson University Falcons.
Adamson.
Starting at guard, number 2, C.K. O'Malley. Another guard, number 34, Neil DeGuzman. At forward, number 19, Gabriel Gabo Obosan. At forward, number 77, Gian Siga. And the man in the middle, number 52, Alu Gael. With your head coach, Will Magbuhos. And now, wearing the dark jersey, your BMC. Starting at guard, number 20, Paulo Bruan. Another guard, number 3, Justin Toriela. And forward, number 22, Andrew Sabando. Another forward, number 32, Johnson Manuel. number 18, Alan Herrera. With head coach Ken Manalini, assisted by Louis Manaba. And our game of results for the ball game from the goal referees, umpire 1, Rafael.
For both teams, Umali de Guzman, Gaye, Wusan will start together with Sikat for Adamson, Bruan, Tariela, Herrera, Mopon Sabando, the captain, together with Jensen Manuel, will start for the Villagers, Montessori College, Quezon City. Glad to have you with us para po sa ating mga nanonood ngayon sa ating coverage ng Mqaa-Icbl. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po. Dinadala ang aksyon saan man kayo naroon sa parte ng mundo. And Adamson getting the first crack on offense to open this game. Cross-court pass to Umali, cutting through the defense of VMC. 2-0 Adamson. VMC and Adamson still looking for their first win here in our tournament. Herrera misses on that jumper for VMC. Forward pass by Umali, telegraphed by BMC. Tariela running the offense now. Mopon Sabando goes to his left, challenges Gaye, missing the point blank shot, gets his own miss, and Mopon Sabando ties it up at 2 apiece. On the other hand, Adamson recovering with that Neo de Guzman undergoes stab to make it 4-2. 8:42 remaining in the first. Sabando makes it 2 in a row. 4 points for Mopon Sabando. 4 all is our count. 8:27 remaining in the first. Two teams playing for pride, and Neo de Guzman, 2 quick baskets. Last basket with a hoop in the arm. 6-4 is our count. Neo de Guzman at the line for 2 free throws. So in the bench of Adamson, Precious Jonah, our leading scorer for this tournament. Also on the roster for today, Neo de Guzman completes the 3-point play opportunity. 7-4. Running shot won't go for a VMC. Gabriel Lubusan gives it to CJ Umali. De Guzman again slicing through the defense of BMC, getting fouled. May chance uli siyang dagdagan itong 3 puntos na kalamangan ng Adamson with a trip to the line for 2 free throws. Binabati natin ating presenters, Inasal Republic, Risk Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde. First shot for Neo de Guzman trickles in. 6 quick points to start off for Neo de Guzman. That time, free throw won't go. 8-4 is our count. Herrera, elbow jumper, gets it through. Good opening quarter for Mopon Sabando and Allen Herrera. Signs of good things to come probably for VMC. Sikat on the other hand, missing the 3-point shot for Adamson. Rebound battle sa ilalim. Merong foul. Allen Herrera, the guilty party, holding off Alugaye, giving up so much in height and heft itong si Allen Herrera, but not in heart. Nakita natin on your screen yung battle sa ilalim. Allen Herrera really fighting off against Alugaye. Yun na nga, turnover para sa Adamson. Tariela. Bruan off to sa bando sa ilalim against Gaye. Wild shot, nothing there. Umali gives it to Sikat, baseline drive, and he will be fouled by Paulo Bruan as he drove to the baseline. 7:07 left in the first. Para po sa mga gustong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash, abangan niyo po lamang ang aming katanungang ifa-flash sa ating screen maya-maya lamang po. CJ Umali gives it to Alu Gaye, hands it off. Umali sizes his defender, goes cross court. Leo de Guzman, corner 3, hits the side iron, but Gian Sikat was there to clean up the mess and to score for Adamson. 10-6 is our count, 4-point lead for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Allen Herrera, one-hander, won't go. Gabriel Obusan with that foul against Allen Herrera. Sabi ko nga sa inyo nung isang araw, itong triumvirate ni Allen Herrera, Mopon sa bando at ni Andre Ariola ang kailangan na recipe ng VMC to at least be competitive in this game para masungkit na nila yung kanilang unang panalo dito sa MQAA. 1 out of 2 for Allen Herrera. He has 3 points. 10-7, still Adamson leading by 3 points. De Guzman fouled, almost getting the bucket with that reverse layup. 6:28 remaining. Justin Tariela, guilty party on that particular sequence, fouling Neo de Guzman. First free throw is good for Neo de Guzman. Nasa penalty na po with 6:28 remaining ang VMC. That won't help them. Eight points now for Neo de Guzman. A good start for this young guard for Adamson. Pressure defense for Adamson, delaying the offense of VMC, and lucky break for VMC as Neo de Guzman was called for a foul. Almost a turnover there for Adamson, or rather VMC. Sabando up top, 6:10 remaining against Sikat. Driving again, forcing the issue, but VMC will score. That's Edward Malua. Gaye inside, cutting for Adamson. Easy basket. Assist by Neo de Guzman. 14-9 is our count. Sabando thought of a three and turns the ball over. Umali nanguuna, yo-yo shot, binali pa, and he would get the foul. And then trip to the line for 2 free throws. CJ Umali getting more aggressive on offense. There was a game against, I think, MCU, and CJ Umali exploded for 13 points in the first half. And he can really ball. This guy can be a walking bucket. Gets the first free throw to go. Yes, just to adjust kung paano magre-react sa depensang ibibigay sa kanya once na namarkahan na siya. One thing that this player can develop. One out of 2 for CJ Umali on the trip. 15-9 5:21 remaining in our opening quarter. Adamson leading VMC. Sabando wanting to take charge, calling for a clear route. Two-man game. Fall away won't go. Alugaye, or rather Precious Jonah, balik na. On the floor, he didn't play last Saturday. Getting the rebound. Precious Jonah, he can stroke it from that distance. Umali, give and go. Missed slam for Precious Jonah. Giving VMC the opportunity to inch their way closer. Sabando, throw of the three. Walang mapasahan. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Adamson. Zahili goes all the way to make it 16-9. Rather 17-9. 8-point lead for Adamson. Sabando goes strong, but he will be fouled and he earns the trip to the line for 2 free throws. In the past 7 games of VMC, this has been the most aggressive game shown to us by the team captain of VMC, Mopon Sabando. First free throw, nga lang, can get it through. 4 minutes left in our opening quarter. Sabando, second free throw. Again, 0 out of 2 on the trip. Zahili. Nice ball movement for Adamson. Just can't get the bucket through. VMC now attacking. And there's a traveling violation called against Manuel of VMC. Jensen Manuel will take his rest. Andrew Ariola is back on the floor. Precious Jonah gives it to Mangaron. 2-man game. Jonah smothered as he cuts through the middle. Give and go with Lance Mangaron. Precious Jonah will trip the line because VMC was in the penalty as early as 6.5 minutes remaining here. He misses the first free throw. Precious Jonah had a good start here in our tournament. Medyo bumaba lang talaga yung mga recent production niya in the last 3 games. Gets the second to go through. 18-10 is our count. First quarter. Andre Ariola posting. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out for a corner 3 and that will be good. (18-13), 5 puntos na kalabangan po ang tangan-tangan ng Adamson. Jonah against Herrera. Missing. Good defense by Andre Herrera. Not letting Precious Jonah do his thing easily underneath. Kapos doon ang tira. Jonah will go for the slam and this time it's good. 20-13 is our count. 7-point lead for Adamson. 2:18 left in the first quarter. Sabando, 3-point shot is good. 7 points for Mopon Sabando and another slam dunk attempt prevented there for Precious Jonah. Mopon Sabando recovering in time and giving that Judy foul. Sabando, that's only his first personal foul. Precious Jonah, medyo minadali yung free throw doon. quite frustrated that hindi uli siya nakapag-produce ng highlight reel. And 0 out of 2 on the trip to the line for our leading scorer for this tournament, Precious Jonah. 1:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Ariola. Herrera, the screen. Umiikot. Andre Herrera. No good. Play continues. De Jesus gives it to Jaimalin. First game kay Joaquin Jaimalin here in the MQAA. Make it 22-16. Offensive foul will be called. Allen Herrera committing his second personal foul. Tough break for VMC. 6-point game, 22-16. 1:02 remaining. Last touch, Precious Jonah. Balik sa VMC ang possession. 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Mangaron with that hustle. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Ariola slicing through the middle. Herrera, scoop shot. Will get through with a hoop in the arm for Allen Herrera. 5 points now for Allen Herrera. Good start by VMC. Trio nila ni Allen Herrera, Mopon sa bando producing. Hinintay natin si Ariola. Mukhang siya ang facilitator ngayon sa tatlong yon. Herrera turning around. Sa bando fighting for the rebound. Mangaron, forward pass. Telegraph. Herrera on the other side. Wild shot. Simon Lunas. 5 points now after draining a 3-point shot earlier. Pass deflected by VMC. 8 seconds on the shot clock and on the game clock. Chance for Adamson to finish off this quarter on the strong note. Jonah reverse, no good, and gets it on a second try with a foul. And we have a report from Cheska Borin.
Talagang mainit na ang laban between Adamson and VMC. Whoever wins this game will finally bag their first win. During their timeouts, Coach Kenneth Manalili of Villagers Montessori College tells his team to do their best and show their best as they go behind Adamson. Sabi pa ng players ng VMC kanina, talagang they're pouring their everything this time in this game. Kaya naman, abangan pa natin ano pang mangyayari on the next few quarters. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska. And we end the first quarter with Adamson leading 24-20 against VMC. We'll be right back. game between these two teams, still searching for their first win here at the Mqaa-Icbl start of the second quarter. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po nagdadala ng aksyon saan man kayo naroon. As I've said, two teams fighting for pride. Give and go gone wrong there. Andre Ariola had the right intentions. Medyo nahuli lang yung talaga yung cut. Hindi nagkasundo yung sa execution ng play. De Guzman, Rashid Rodriguez in the middle. Finger roll won't go. Second try, still no go. Allen Herrera gets the carom for VMC. Pakakataon makalapit. Sa apat na kalamangan ng hawak ng Adamson. Ariola misses from mid-range. Less than a minute gone by. Rodriguez cannot handle the rock like a hot potato. Turns the ball over. VMC again. Chance to inch their way closer. .8:48 remaining in the second quarter. Ariola against Rashid Rodriguez. 3-point shot. Hits the front iron. Rodriguez starting the break for Adamson. De Guzman goes all the way and he will score. Ten points now for Neo De Guzman, making it a 6-point lead for Adamson. Herrera against Mangaron jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Adamson. Good hustle there by Lance Mangaron. At para po sa mga gustong manalo ng GCash worth 500 pesos, ito na po ang ating unang katanungan. Sinong team ang huling nakalaban ng Adamson University? A. CU Malolos, B. UST. Comment lamang po ang inyong kasagutan, pangalan, address at contact number kasamang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Adamson now on the attack. 8:03 remaining in the second. Gian Sikat kicks it out. Pass telegraphed by VMC. Good hustle. Herrera losing the rock. And kabilang turnovers. Pinakikita lamang niya na talaga naglalaro ng depensa ngayon ng dalawang kupunang ito. And these teams really fighting for pride. Basket won't count. Neo De Guzman committing his first personal foul. 7:39 left in the second quarter. Neo De Guzman papaupuin muna ni Coach Will magbuhos. Balik si CJ Umali on the floor. Quick try there, won't go. Herrera, second chance opportunity, will get it to go. Basket will count with a foul. 7 points for Allen Herrera, active on this game. Bonus free throw will go. 8 points for Allen Herrera to open the first half, bringing VMC to just within 3 points, 26-23 against Adamson. Vince Suwico, binalik na rin ni Coach Will magbuhos. Rashid Rodriguez getting bothered by the defense of Philip Hernandez. Philip Hernandez getting over-eager on the defensive end, fouling Mangaron, sizing up his defender, driving, kicking it out at the corner. Rashid Rodriguez overshoots it. VMC now on the attack with 6:54 remaining. Herrera from way beyond, and he will get the 3-point shot. Napakaganda ng gising ngayon ni Allen Herrera. Parang gustong umuwi ng masaya. Lahat naman sila gustong umuwi ng masaya. Draining the 3-point shot. Sikat on the other hand, draining the mid-range jumper. His 4th point of the game. Angat uli ang Adamson ng 2 puntos, 28-26, 6:19 left here. Arriola driving, using his left hand, wasting that opportunity. Adamson on the break. Suwico floater, too strong. VMC running. Herrera at the post, turning around. And again, throwing the ball. Mangaron on the other hand, using the left hand, will score for Adamson. 30-26, balik sa apat ang kalamangan ng Adamson after VMC tied it at 26 all. Herrera thinking 3. Going cross court, Hernandez 3-point shot. Wala. Rashid Rodriguez on the break. Mangaron, elbow 3, too strong. And follow up is good for Vince Suwico. First 2 points. Getting that rebound on the weak side to make it 32-26. And again, another turnover for VMC. And Adamson will capitalize on that with that CJ Umali layup. 34-26, 8 puntos na kalamangan na po. Quick blitz by Adamson, which prompted VMC to call a timeout. We'll be back. Just like that, a quick 8-0 run by Adamson University to break that 26 all-time, which prompted Coach Ken Manalili to call that last time out. They're doing a good job keeping themselves within striking distance, but Adamson has been pushing the envelope, attacking their defense, especially on the fast break. And Leo de Guzman driving left. He was smothered there. Good defense by VMC. Shot won't go for Joseph Suryo. Gaye finding de Guzman. Umali drives left. Yo-yo shot. Hits the board. Again, a chance for VMC to get closer. That won't help. VMC will return possession. 3:56 left in the second quarter. Arriola gives it to Suryo, driving left. Pinalik kay Arriola. And the presence of Alugaya really matter in the paint, but he will get the foul as Arriola drives to the hoop. Jose Zahili or Adamson will check back in. Nakausap ko kanina si Coach Will Magbuhos. They're really focusing on developing players para sa Adamson. These players karamihan sa kanila only on their first year in college. Bad shot there. Forward pass. Gaye fakes. He misses point blank, and there was a foul with a follow-up, and he will trip the line for 2 free throws. Yung sinasabi ko nga kanina, nakausap ko si Coach Will magbuhos ng Adamson. Ang focus nila ngayon ay player development. Hindi man sila makapag-recruit ng mga stars, no, coming from the high school ranks, but they chose to create and develop the stars of their own, as Alugaye goes 0 out of 2 on the trip to the line. 3:09 left in the second quarter. Ariola sizing up Alugaye, pulling up and makes it off the glass.
Andre Ariola.
34 to 28. Haymalin, balik na rin para sa Adamson. Goes inside to Alugaye. Finger roll will go through. 4 points now for Alugaye. Still an 8-point lead for Adamson. 36 to 28. 2.5 minutes and change remaining here in our first half of action. Ariola, 3-point shot. Rims out. Obusan gives it to Neo de Guzman. Fast break now for Adamson. Gaye picks up the rock. 3-point shot. Zahir Zahili missing it. Suryo skying it high for the rebound. Ariola providing the screen for Suryo. Pick and roll won't go. 3-point shot. Too strong. Baseline drive. Kicks it out. Ariola. Yo-yo shot. Gets it to go. And we have a report from Cheska Borin. Cheska.
In the second quarter, Coach Will Magbuwas of Adamson University tells his team to know what's right and what's wrong dahil during the game kanina, pinoint out ni Coach Will na kinulang sa box out at mabagal ang transition defense ng kanyang team. Kaya abangan pa natin kung ma-execute pa rin ba ng tama ng Adamson ito as they lead the game. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin. Tama yung observations doon ni Coach Will Magbuwas. This VMC team really wants to run, and kailangan nila yung mabilis na recovery on transition defense. Kaya nakaka-score itong VMC off fast break points. Kasi yun ang talagang nila, strength nila, dahil wala silang malaki katulad ni Alugaye at ni Precious Jonah inside. So the tendency for this team, the VMC Phoenix, is to run and to run. At meron na po tayong nanalo. Congratulations, Kenlen Dumape from Agdao, Davao City. Back in action, Zahir Zahili taking the carom for Adamson, starting the break. Faking that handoff pass, Haymalin pulling up for a 3-point shot, and he will get it to go. 5 points now for Joaquin Haymalin, making it the 9-point game, 39 to 30. Ariola, sasagot, slicing through the middle. And the second chance opportunity is good for Andre Ariola. 6 points now for the leading scorer of VMC with 26 seconds left in the first half. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Adamson. Ball tapped out of bounds. It will stay with Adamson with 7 seconds on their shot clock, 19 on the game clock. Second quarter. De Guzman slicing through, kicks it out. Haymalin, another 3-point shot. Won't get it to go this time. Gets his own miss. 7 seconds. 5. De Guzman changing hands in the air, and he will get his shot to go. And that would be it. Adamson finishing the second quarter with a bang. babaunin ng 9 na puntos na kalamangan 41-32 against VMC. We'll be right back after the halftime break. And we're back here in action, live from Hoop Spirit Basketball Court in Banawe. Precious Jonah slicing through the defense by VMC, and he will get smothered on the try. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po, kasama si Sheska Bodin, bringing you the action together with our production guy, Paul Pignon. Precious Jonah scoring on the first free throw. 6 points now for Precious Jonah. 2 out of 2 on the try to make it a 10-point lead for Adamson. Simon Lunas gets the start here in the second half for VMC. Sabando making a good account of himself, scoring 8 points in the first half. Good shot there by Kurt Dadal. Does not go in for VMC. Sahir Zahili gives it to Precious Jonah underneath, and he will miss on the first try, and again in the second try, too strong. Sabando on the attack. Lagay kay Simon Lunas, 12 seconds on the shot clock for VMC. Balik kay Sabando. Shaking and baking. Too strong on that layup. Precious Jonah gets a carom, starts the break. And he will go all the way to miss it. Mangaro recovers it. Allen Herrera steals it for VMC. Lunas gives it to Andre Ariola. He will be fouled. Chip to the line for Andre Ariola. 2 free throws. Zahir Zahili will commit that foul for VMC. First team foul for VMC Phoenix. Andre Ariola scoring 6 points in the first half. The top scorer for VMC Phoenix. Missing on the first try on the line. 1 out of 2 on the trip to the line for Andre Ariola. 7 points now. CJ Umali binigay ni Zahir Zahili. Zahili on top. Goes to his left. Goes to Precious Jonah. Recovers it. And he will get the 3-point play opportunity. Up and under move. Nothing can stop that move for Precious Jonah. 8 points now. Precious Jonah medyo nagising from his slumber in the past 3 games where he underperformed, not reaching double digits in scoring. Paano natin masabing underperforming? Siyang leading scorer ng ating torneo. Ariola falling away, nothing there. Precious Jonah gets the board. Again, starting the break for Adamson. De Jesus, 3-point shot. He can stroke it from that range. Nothing there. 13-point lead for Adamson, 46-33. Sabando missing. Herrera still can't get through. Another miss for VMC, and tumatakbo uli ang Adamson. 2-on-1 break. Umali free on the weak side, and he will score. 7 points for CJ Umali. Precious Jonah now protects the board. Lance Mangaron, forward pass. Zahili will score underneath. Adamson slowly breaking away. 17-point lead. Sampando, reverse won't go. Nandoon. Parang pader si Precious Jonah.
Putting foul number 2, CJ Umali.
CJ Umali will be called for that foul. VMC only scoring 1 point. While Adamson has already managed to score 9 points. 9-2 scoring run to break this game open for the meantime for Adamson. Sabando makes it 2 out of 2 on the trip to the line. 10 points for Mopon Sabando, the team captain for VMC. 15-point lead for Adamson. Vince Uico. Precious Jonah with the screen. Overshoots it. Neo de Guzman will be fouled on that follow-up attempt on the weak side. Adamson doing its job today with regards to rebounding. Good boxing out job for the players, creating space for the rebound. Earl Dadal fouling sa kampo ng VMC, and Precious Jonah getting that offensive foul, hoping for the quick inbounds play. In turn, pushing off his defender. Balik po sa VMC ang bola with 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Sabando, two-man game with Andre Herrera. Herrera goes to his offhand. Nothing there. Fighting off for possession. Lucky break there for VMC. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They retain possession. Let's see paano gagawin nila dito. Kurt Nadal, Sabando from way beyond, too strong. Follow-up is good for Simon Lunas. Magic bunot ito ngayon ni Coach Ken Manalili. 5 points now for Simon Lunas. Mangaron calmly sinking that floater for his 6th point of this ball game. Balik sa 15 ang hinahabol ng VMC. Dadal fakes the 3. Lunas against Lance Mangaron. 8 seconds to work with for VMC. Herrera in the middle loses it. Wasn't ready for the pass. And Precious Jonah will go all the way using the left hand. Scoring on the fast break. 11 points now for Precious Jonah. 4:35 remaining in the third quarter. 18-point lead now erected by Adamson. 55-37. Lunas. Precious Jonah breaks away. Lunas jury foul to prevent Precious Jonah for scoring easily on that fast break attempt. Good defense for Adamson, forcing those turnovers and transforming it into points. The first half, Adamson scored 7 turnover points. Precious Jonah missing it, and we have a report from Cheska Borin. Cheska.
Off started, I had a chance to talk to CJ Umali of Adamson University, being part of the Team A and one of the key players that his team really leans on. He said that what he really noticed in his team is the consistency of their game. And this time, ang sabi pa niya, that they really focused on executing their defense properly this time. At talagang makikita natin na Adamson is really leading the game with a big gap against VMC. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska. And sabi nga ni CJ Umali sa kanya, defense will be the key, and they have been relentless on the defensive end, punishing VMC this quarter. Haimalin, on the other hand, uncorks a 3-point shot, his second for this game. 8 points for Joaquin Haimalin to make it a 20-point game, 57-37, with 3.5 minutes and change remaining. Still, VMC couldn't buy a bucket. And the hustle play there by Simon Lunas. And we have a timeout with 3:27 left. VMC pressing the panic button. We'll be right back. It's a 20-point lead erected by Adamson against VMC with 3:27 left here in the third quarter. A good defensive job by Adamson, only allowing 5 points from VMC for this quarter. Dahil po natin, we ended the first half with 41-32. And Neo de Guzman would try to add to VMC's woes as he sinks that first free throw as he was fouled. Neo de Guzman has been playing splendidly the last 2 games. 2 out of 2 for Neo de Guzman. 14 points for Adamson. 58-37. Herrera, 3-point shot won't go. Again, missing. Obusan wants to join the scoring party. Won't get it to go. De Guzman saves it for Adamson. 10 seconds to shoot. Haimalin, another 3-point shot. Rattles out. Adamson on a 17-point blast here in the third quarter to widen the gap, 58-37. Herrera, baseline jumper. Medyo naubusan na si Alan Herrera. He had a good start for VMC for today. Alugay at the block, bothered by 2 blue shirts. Haimalin thought of the 3. Gaye smothered from the back by Simon Lunas. Lunas apologizing to Alugay. Parang sinabi niya dun, "Kuya, hindi ko naman sinasadya. Huwag ka na magalit. Trabaho lang, walang personalan." 2-1 left. 9 seconds to shoot. Sikat thought of the 3. Obusan uncorks one. Hits the side iron. Gaye gets the offensive rebound. Mid-range jumper too strong. Adamson wasting those 2 opportunities. And officials timeout.
Players, please proceed to the seating area of the respective benches.
And we'll be back after this review by our officials with 1:42 left. Here at the Hope Spirit Basketball Court, the heart of the Chinatown of Quezon City, Banawe, our officials conferring, meron daw naniko sa likod ang sportsman-like foul called. Kita natin yung senyas ng ating official. After the review, Alugaye being assessed with an unsportsmanlike foul. Mopon Sabando earned a trip to the line for 2 free throws, and VMC will still earn possession. Mopon Sabando scoring 10 points. Let's make it 11 points at this point, leading his team. VMC will have to think over. They only had 6 points here. Andre Ariola couldn't get that bucket to get through. Rodriguez turns around for Adamson, no go. 1:20 left here in the third. Sabando for 3, short. There's a foul. Rashid Rodriguez, a guilty party on that last play. First personal foul, fouling Apaw of VMC. 1:09 left in the third. Quick play, Ariola gets the 3-point opportunity to get through. Quick play there, good recognition by Mopon Sabando to Andre Ariola. Neo de Guzman with that foul. 9 points for Andre Ariola. VMC finally getting through the 40-point. Rodriguez up and under. Will be fouled underneath by Mopon Sabando. That's a problem for VMC. Mopon Sabando having a good game, but getting his third personal foul with 51 seconds left here in the third. 18-point lead para sa VMC. Gawin na nating 19 ang hinahabol ng VMC. Rashid Rodriguez drilling that shot from the free throw line. Ariola sizing up his defender. Balik kay Ariola. Sabando against Haimalin. Extra pass. Good ball movement resulting to a basket. Edward Malupa, 6 points now. 17 points pa rin ang hinahabol ng VMC. Paulo Bruan. VMC now in the penalty. Neo de Guzman earning a trip to the line for 2 free throws. Again, sabi ko nga kanina, nakausap ko si Coach Will ng Adamson. They're focused on developing young players in their program, as Neo de Guzman scoring his 15th point on that free throw. And these players are in the developmental pool of Adamson. Most of them in their first year. 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Sabando, 3 seconds, and he will score. And that would be it. 62-45, a 17-point lead by Adamson, breaking away in the third quarter against VMC. The last 10 minutes after this break.
Third quarter, the score 45.
We start the fourth quarter live here from Hope Spirit Basketball Court in Banawe, Quezon City. Adamson Soaring Falcons against Villagers Montessori College. Adamson leading now by 19 points with that Zahir Zahili running jumper off the bank, making it 64-45. Attacking early on offense, VMC only scoring 13 points in the third quarter. Precious Jonah very involved in that offensive outburst by Adamson.
Follow number 26, Sahil Sahili.
Ito na po ang ating katanungan. Para sa pagkakataong ito ay mga gusto pong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Anong pangalan na number 26 ng Adamson? A. Gabriel Ubusan, B. Zahir Zahili. Comment lamang po ang inyong kasagutan, pangalan, address at contact number kasama hashtag MQAA. Another turnover forced by Adamson, another opportunity for them to add on to this big lead. But Mopon Sabado was there to telegraph the pass. Sabando, kipit sa ilalim, wanting to force the issue, and he gets the bucket to go. Mopon Sabando, right spot here for VMC. 13 points. Haimalin, strong drive to the hoop. Will miss, but he was fouled. Big third quarter for Adamson, 23 big points. 1 out of 2 for Haimalin on the trip to the line. Big game for Joaquin Haimalin, 9 points off the bench. Make it 65-47. 18-point lead for Adamson. Edward Malupa binalik na on the floor for VMC, and Mangaron hustling, creating the turnover, but losing. Precious Jonah recovering for Adamson. He was fouled before taking that layup. Andre Arroyola guilty of that foul for VMC. Second personal foul for Andre Arroyola. Baseline inbound for Adamson. 7:37 left in the fourth quarter. 18-point lead for Adamson. Mangaron driving. Kicking it out to Haimalin. Third three-ball shot won't go. VMC on the attack. Three-point shot by Edward Malupa. That's a long two. 8 points for Edward Malupa, cutting down this lead. 65-49. Haimalin humingi ng bola sa ilalim si Precious Jonah. Zahiro Sahili draining that three-point shot. 5 points now for Zahiro Zahili, making it again a 19-point lead for Adamson. 68-49 with 6:39 left, and Precious Jonah smothers Andre Ariola underneath. 7 on the shot clock for VMC. VMC, hindi naman masama yung kanilang eksperyensya dito sa turneyong ito. If Adamson will eventually win this game and render winless itong VMC, they will take home a lot of learnings. Battling against UST, kinds of MCU, St. Clair, an 8-time na ASCO champion, 7 straight at that. Edward Malupa scoring on that follow-up. Umali zigzagging and scoring. Adamson on their part, 1-6, but also a lot of learnings from their young players like CJ Umali blocking Paulo Bruan, who took that three-point shot attempt. Sabi nga ni Coach Will Magbuhos, kailangan ng paghahasa itong mga young players na to, and this was what the Mqaa-Icbl provided for them in this short tournament. Sabi ko nga, hindi biro-birong makaharap yung mga likes ng mga programa ng Diliman College, who has been one of the top teams in their mother league sa UCAL, defending champions 2 seasons ago. St. Clair, and three-point shot. Manzon, magic bunot. Three-point shot for VMC short. Gabo Busan. This is an impending win, we shall say, for Adamson, as CJ Umali medyo nang gigil doon, committing the traveling violation. 5:08 remaining. These teams at the bottom of our standings will go home with lots of learning after joining the first season of the Mqaa-Icbl, being exposed to strong programs which can benefit their players in their next tournaments in their mother leagues. And foul will be called, and that basket will count for CJ Umali off the glass. 11 points for CJ Umali. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, CJ Umali has that potential to be a walking bucket. One game a few weeks ago, he erupted for 13 points in one half. to pace Adamson. 76-51 is our count right now. By the looks of it, Adamson will go home with a dub in their last game for this tournament. Fall away won't go. Herrera, offensive rebound, and he will trip to the line for 2 free throws. 25-point lead with 3:56 left. Guys like this, Allen Herrera, having the chance to face off with quality bigs like Precious Jonah. First free throw won't go. Good experience for these players for their development. 0 out of 2. Rashid Rodriguez getting the rebound for Adamson. Obusad cross-court pass. 3-point shot. No good. Rashid Rodriguez binigay kay Obusan. While this Adamson team also will sharpen the iron in terms of development for these young players. This has been the mantra of the Adamson program. As I have asked their coach earlier, instead of recruiting stars, they chose to develop their players to be stars. Vince Uwico wants to join the scoring party, scoring his 4th point in the last 3 minutes here in the 4th quarter. 80-51. 29-point lead para sa Adamson. We're about to take their first win. Tariela forcing the issue but getting fouled in the process. No wasted opportunity, sabi ko nga, for both teams. Even if they finish their tournament at the bottom of their standings. At nang nanalo po ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash ay si Jong Rojas ng Gagalangin, Tondo, Manila. Kanina, taga Davao, ngayon taga Tondo. Maraming salamat po. Tingnan natin kung may mananalong taga Visayas ngayon. Luzon tsaka Mindanao ngayon ang first game. Ngayon second game. Mga taga Visayas, meron pa po tayong nag-aantay na pa-premyo. Tayin lang po ninyo ang mga questions na ipa-flash natin on screen. Back in action. Palobong tira from way beyond. There's a lot of hope seeing these young players develop and isang way para matulungan ng development ng mga players natin ay sa pamamagitan ng mga torneyong ganito. Tinut up ng ating founder na si Congressman Arjo Atsaide. 2:03 left here in regulation. A good avenue for player development. Itong Mqaa-Icbl, and we look forward for these two teams, VMC and Adamson, to see action for season 2 as Rashid Rodriguez adds on to the lead to make it a 30-point lead for Adamson as we enter the last 2 minutes. Players like Justin Tariela going toe-to-toe here in this league against the likes of Kurt Nokiao of CEU, Nick Baluyot of MCU, CJ Umali continues to pour it. And we have a report from Cheska Borin.
Mula ang game, nakausap ko ang ilang players mula sa Villagers Montessori College. They shared how much they were looking forward to this matchup. Aminado ang VMC na may kakulangan pa sila pagdating sa skills, pero araw-araw daw ay ginagawa nila ang lahat para mag-improve. As the eliminations near their end, the team says playing against different schools has been a great experience. And if there's another season for Mqaa-Icbl, VMC hopes to come back better and stronger. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Borin. Yan ang aantayin natin sa Season 2. Sa pagbabalik ng VMC, I think, they're going to field in a better soup-up lineup so that they can fare more competitively. Yun, nalaman na nila itong ganitong klaseng competitive field. Mayroon na silang experience. They'll fare better on their next stint in the Mqaa-Icbl as we approach the last 30 seconds for this impending win for Adamson University. Soaring Falcons developing their talent pool, learning they will not go home empty-handed, finishing 1-6. Walang talo rito for both teams. Adamson will claim this victory. A 30-point drubbing of VMC to finish their tournament here in Mqaa-Icbl on a strong note. We will be back with the Inasal Republic Best Player of the Ball Game interview. A 30-point win by Adamson University to end their campaign here at the Mqaa-Icbl, and we have our best player of the ball game together with Cheska Borin. Cheska.
Now for the Inasal Republic Best Player of the Game with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. We have here Neo de Guzman of Adamson University shooting those shots one by one. Neo, how do you feel being the best player of the game and having this first win for your team?
Of course, masaya kay nakuha na namin yung panalo, yung pinakaasam namin na panalo, and ganun pa rin, balik pa rin kami sa pagtrabaho, pag-practice, and continue lang sana sa mga wins namin po.
And malaki yung gap nyo against VMC. What were the system that worked that widened the gap of your score against VMC?
Siguro yung nakapag-up sa amin is yung defense namin. Ang defense namin ngayon kay mas extra aggressive, kay naka-learn na kami sa mga past games. And yun, nag-focus na talaga kami sa defense namin.
And lastly, Neo, is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to or a message to?
Siyempre, thank you sa Adamson University and thank you sa mga nag-support sa akin, sa family ko, sa mga tito and tita ko dyan sa Davao, and yun lang po.
Thank you, Neo, and that is all for now. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Jessica Borin, with our best player of the ball game, Neo de Guzman of Adamson Soaring Falcons. Again, Adamson chalking up their first win, 83-53, to end their campaign here in the Mqaa-Icbl. The next game po natin, St. Clair of Caloocan Saints against the University of Batangas Brahmans. This game is big with playoff implications. Magbabalik po kami para ihatid sa inyo ang labang ito.